Jacobites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear, ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I mun blame, you will hear, your doctrines I mun blame, you will hear, ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I mun blame, you will hear, your doctrines I mun blame, you will hear. What is right, what is wrong, by the law, what is right and what is wrong, by the law. What is right, what is wrong, the wicked man, the strong, the short sword and the long, for to draw, the short sword and the long, for to draw. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I mun blame, you will hear, your doctrines I mun blame, you will hear.
So this is Cameron Square in Fort William. This is a bronze ford. If you read the plaque over here, bronze ford commemorates the ascent of Ben Nevis. Ben Nevis being the highest mountain range in Scotland, which if you're coming to climb Ben Nevis, you usually will come to Fort William to do that. Just where we are for the day. So yeah, Ben Nevis in a Model T by Henry Alexander of Edinburgh. He left this square on the 9th of May 1911 and returned triumphant 9 days later. So he drove a car like that in 1911 up to the top of the tallest mountain in Scotland. There's footage of it. There's footage that was filmed on that day in 1918, which you can see in the West Highland Museum, which is just here. We were in there yesterday. Didn't film too much. I probably should have got the stuff of the car. In fact, I might go and get that little bit of footage right now. Just for the sake of putting it in, it's kind of interesting for the vlog. But Cameron Square is the main part of the High Street here in Fort William, which basically is just the High Street and the lake and the mountains. So there we go. Fire ice and a Model T. 1911, a Model T Ford was driven from here in Cameron Square to the summit of Britain's highest mountain, climbing into the heart of an ancient volcano. Nevis, 1,344 metres, which is 4,409 feet. It's not visible from here, but take the A92 towards Inverness or train towards Glasgow and you'll see its great north face to your right. The mountain was shaped by the action of glaciers as you turn from Lochaber. Yeah, so Ben Nevis is this kind of shape here. I guess he drove up this way, the north face, because I can't imagine, like, yeah, driving up there, but maybe drive up there in a Model T. But yeah, I'll put like a little bit of the footage from the museum in there, I guess. You can kind of see, there's a picture of him driving his Model T up the highest mountain in Scotland, 1911. Imagine it was a big deal to have a car in 1911, so yeah, if you like come over and drive this car at the top of the highest mountain. Well, this guy did. The first one we sort of come to is all to do with commandos. First World War. It's the thing about coming to these buildings with a mask on, like my glasses steam off and I can't see anything. But yeah, commandos in Lochaber. So we're training, I guess you can read that. It's kind of difficult for me to read with my glasses steamed up, but not far from here, I guess, because you sort of see it here. It's a really remote area. It's a remote area, the sort of West Highlands in Scotland. It's Castle Commando where they trained the military elite. If they really read it there. Training and kit. Again, I'll just like quickly, if you want to read that, you can pause it and do it in your own time. It's a lot of stuff that's excavated from the site, so all this stuff under the earth for quite some time. It's fine, so yeah. That's the commander room. Death's head now. This room's fossils and birds and such. Also some charms, arrowheads. Yeah, back in the ancient days, they used to think that arrowheads, which were left at burial sites, were fired by elves. Elves flicked them, and that they caused diseases in cattle and stuff like that. I guess witches believe it. These eggs. It's like an animal room. So it's been the West Highland Museum. We'd have to have a room that has sort of tartan regalia, tartan in the kilt. Scots first started to wear tartan in the 16th century. The Gaelic word brecon means a checked blanket. Tartans use repeated checkered designs and cloth sets. Colours were obtained by using vegetable dyes, whichever plants were most commonly found in the area. Tartans are specific. Yeah. Some old, possibly haunted tartans. Yeah, I don't know, because these are all like authentic dresses that people would wore in the days, so I don't know, it's strange to see them but without the heads and very ghostly, no face. Look at that here. A pen here for the sometime in 1800s, and the pier at Fort William, and Miss Elizabeth Ryan. Some old paintings. It's sort of art gallery there. Some of these are really old, 1600s kind of. And Fraser. Victorious has an scheming of his own ends. Lovett was described by a biographer as having lived like a fox but died like a lion. In 1965 he held commission in King William's army. Professed an ardent Jacobite as a young man deep in debt. He's accused of marrying by force a much older widowed lady. Lovett to ensure his succession. Scandal led to his being outlawed in 1698. Went to France to the Jacobite court in exile. King Louis XIV, the young prince, rightfully the Scottish thrones. William of Orange died in 1702. A plan was formed for armed rising in Scotland, that by France to claim James's birthright. Lovett seen a chance to regain his chieftainship, was largely responsible, having falsely given assurances to the Highlands and Lowlands alike, support a rising. Sent to Scotland by Leigh to obtain proof of this, he failed. Instead, betrayed the Scots plot to the Queen's Commissioner and offered his services as a government spy. So at favour all round in his custody, France for 10 years. 1715, Lovett supported the Hanover and King George won a royal pardon for all past offences. And I guess that it's like a trial, someone trial in the 1600s. Interesting story. It's hard to read. Some Jacobite relics. Again, these are all old for the late 1600s, I guess, early 1700s. A part of a kilt worn by a follower of Bonnie Prince Charlie. A Jacobite uprising, 1715. It's quite a display of Jacobite stuff. Here, this being the West Highland Museum, would be the place to come and see all this. So I guess you've got some high timeline here. Queen Anne dies, the Hangover becomes king, Jacobite rising, unsuccessful. I'll just let you, if you want to read these, get a quick show of them. Spanish supported rising, unsuccessful, Jacobites the aftermath. Culloden was a disastrous battle, but it need not have been the end of the uprising. Many Jacobite troops had not taken part. Oh yeah, if the Jacobite era of Scottish history is your thing, and definitely worth a trip to the museum just to sort of read this and see all the stuff from old a lot of stuff that's to do with like Bonnie Prince Charlie. Things that he owned, his seal, all this kind of stuff. Old coins. Let's go over here. The Secret Portrait. This is an anamorphic painting, painted in such a way that the picture can only be seen correctly if used at a certain angle. The technique was known in the 15th century, was used by Leonardo da Vinci, most famously seen in Holbein's painting The Ambassadors in the London National Gallery. Anamorphic painting, distortion to reflect in a cylinder, method introduced to the West from China and illustrated a book published in Paris in 1638. After the 1745 uprising, supporters of Bonnie Prince Charlie would still want to show their loyalty. To do so openly was treasonable. This anamorphic portrait was one way of getting around the problem. At the end of dinner, the tray would be placed on the table, cylinder or goblet, claret placed at the centre, and a toast drunk to the prince. If the diners were disturbed, the tray would appear a meaningless blur, or could be replaced by a decoy tray. We do not know who painted it or its previous owners were. Discovered by chance in a London shop by our founder, and is one of our best known exhibits. It's a hell of a thing to find in a London shop. I guess, yeah, so the ink smeared. You can see Bonnie Prince Charlie there. Hopefully you can see it in the camera in the cylinder. Secret Portrait. Oh yeah, we have some old bagpipes as well, some of the oldest bagpipes. These ones for the 1800s or something. One of the oldest sets of bagpipes in Scotland. These ones here. So I was reading about yesterday when we were in. So these were played in Bannockburn, Valley of Bannockburn in 1314. Pretty sure it says something about the bag being new, but the pipes being original from 1314. Yeah, a set of bagpipes, Chanter Blow, believed to be one of the oldest sets of bagpipes in existence. I'll get the fairy pipes of, I don't know how to pronounce that, is that Moidat? Anyway, the general gist of it is a fairy suggested adding an extra hole to this guy so it would create a sound never heard before and scare people in battle and such like. But yeah, one of the oldest sets of bagpipes in existence. Bonnie Prince Charlie's death mask.
Ye Jacobites by name, land and ear, land and ear. Ye Jacobites by name, land and ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim. Your doctrines I will blame. You will hear. Your doctrines I will blame. You will hear. Ye Jacobites by name, land and ear, land and ear. Ye Jacobites by name, land and ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim. Your doctrines I will blame. You will hear. Your doctrines I will blame. You will hear. What is right, what is wrong, by the law, by the law. What is right and what is wrong, by the law. What is right, what is wrong, the wicked man, the strong, the short sword and the long, for to draw, the short sword and the long, for to draw. Ye Jacobites by name, land and ear, land and ear. Ye Jacobites by name, land and ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim. Your doctrines I will blame. You will hear, your famed afar, what makes heroic strife famed afar? What makes heroic strife to whet the assassin's knife and haunt a parent's life with bloody war, bloody war, and haunt a parent's life with bloody war. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I will blame. You will hear, you will hear, your doctrines I will blame. You will hear. So let your schemes alone in the state, in the state. Let your schemes alone in the state. Let your schemes alone adore the rising sun and leave a man undone to his fate, to his fate, and leave a man undone to his fate. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I will blame. You